So, let's go and have a look at the ambassadors.
Aha! Shush, everyone, shush! Here comes the long-awaited commander. The dragon that would deliver us from vile usurpers. The one deserving heir to Rivellon's throne. Let me cut right to the chase, Commander, for I'm not a man who takes pride in his words, but in his pragmatism, rather. The entire realm is under siege, and the free peoples left need a strong leader. One who inspires. You see, there may be a war going on, Commander, but that doesn't mean you don't have a realm to rule. Oftentimes, political concerns will take precedence over military ones, no matter how trivial they may sometimes seem in these dark times. As much as possible, where your rule has been established, everyday life must continue like it would in times of peace, and everyday life concerns itself with everyday worries. The people will look to you for guidance in these matters.
Right.
We, as their representatives, have witnessed your triumphs with mounting awe, and have agreed you are to be the one, the hero, who shall both restore the kingdom and recommence the workings of government. I therefore declare you Emperor. Long live the Emperor!
I did it, guys. I beat the game. I'm the Emperor now. It was a good run.
Long live the Emperor!
Yay! From up now on, these councillors will bring before you various political problems. Right? And I have to vote on these problems. Apparently. Hello there.
May the Seven be praised now that we have found our champion and our emperor. May the fire of the dragon obliterate every heretic in its way. May the light of the gods illuminate your soul.
Right. You hold the gods in high regard, it seems.
The highest. We are the chosen of the Seven, Commander. We are those that have known death, have walked its black shores, but then have been restored to life.
Is Seven Gods a new thing now after Game of Thrones? Seems to appear more and more.
You think you are alive now, Commander, but you are not. You are but in the phase of flesh. Yet if you are devout and sweat in service of the Seven, you too, after the Dark Mother has lulled you to sleep, may be plucked from the dales of shadow and given the perpetuity of the bone.
Well, aren't you? Theatrical.
Do well by the gods, Commander, and you'll do well by us, as well as all in the realm. We have many proposals to that effect, which I will bring before you in due time. So say I, Yorick, humble servant of the Seven.
Okay. The Undead are all about religion,
Honored to meet you, Commander.
apparently.
I am Oberon, envoy of the elves, ambassador of the beasts, spokesman of plants. Here in the hope that our new
Spokesman
emperor will
of
treat majestic
plants.
Rivellon with the
They
reverence
need
it
a voice
deserves,
too, you know.
even in these times of frightful war.
Yeah. So what is it that makes elves tick?
Well, Commander, if elves were the only race to have become what they misnomer civilized, this globe and all upon it would exist in a paradise of such perfection, the gods need not create for us a heaven. Such, alas, is the fiction, not the reality. Others, less scrupulous in the handling of natural beauty, have risen to prominence. They hack and mine, blast, drain, and usurp. As much as we can, we condemn and attempt to stop their misguided endeavors. We are the Green Mothers, unwavering paladins, and it is our fondest desire you, Commander, will join our ranks.
Okay, so the elves are all about nature. Surprise, surprise, as they are in every video game and every single book.
Defend nature, and defend the little man, for they will in turn defend you. A happy people, one with the wilds, will fight for its country with redoubled zeal.
Is he screwing
Start
on his
that
arm?
we'll have your backing.
What the hell is the under doing there? Yeah. Hello, dwarf. Sir Falstaff Silvervein.
Isn't this a world gone topsy-turvy? I've declared you emperor, and you don't even know my name.
I
Sir
just said your
Falstaff
name.
Silvervein, Commander. Born and bred neath the Emerald Mountains. There. Now that we've been acquainted, I do declare it's time for a
Wow, they really play heavy on the stereotypes in this game. Really, really hard. The moral choices better be excellent.
A prouder folk you'll ne'er
Because so
meet,
far, I
Commander,
don't know,
nor
it
a
isn't
more
original at
robust
all.
one. Best allies an aspiring king can have, for our love of gold and all things precious is legendary, and gold is what an emperor needs if it be conquest that takes his fancy. So listen when I give advice, for your economy will prosper by it.
Right.
Liquid gold, of course, is another of our pride and joys. For ale a sparkle, we'd go to war. But our families, above all, Commander, are holy. Those manifold kernels that band together, and like the rings that form a chain mail, shape a society that is stout and steadfast. Yes, dwarven families grow as plenty as the grain on 1,000 wheat fields. And just like grain, it is from them that we derive the bread that nourishes civilization, and the beer that quenches its thirst.
I mean, I guess you have to give every race a defining, overarching characteristic to make the moral choices later on easier so you actually understand what you're voting on. But it is kind of boring with one-dimensional characters. So far, no one really stands out at all.
By the powers vested in me by the great lizard lords, I, Prospera, endorse your newfound emperorship. Sorely we are in need of a dragon commander.
Tell me a bit about your kind.
We are not a people that make great demands.
Was she
Commander.
just shaking her
We
boobs at
simply
me, or
hold many a thing dear without succumbing to the
was that
excess
just
of
me?
it.
I'm not sure what I saw.
The dwarves revere their gold to such an extent it becomes a fetish. Elves abide so strictly by nature they become her slaves. We like gold, for it is an economical mast. We like nature, for she sustains us. Yet none of the two we idolize.
Well, that's really rational of you. You actually have a working brain there.
Reason and liberty, those are our bywords. Territories we defend valiantly. Territories, alas, easily encroached upon, for emperors tend to curtail them. Our ideal is therefore not a monarchy, but a republic. Think on that, Commander, as you pursue the throne.
I like you. You actually see this very rationally.
By Grumio's gadgets, it's a pleasure indeed to shake hands with you, Commander. Your technician is my nephew, don't you know? And I am Trinculo Shortfuse, son of Trunculo Even Shorter Fuse. Praise be
Even
the
shorter
dragon.
views. What will the imps bring back to the table?
Ha! You want gizmos? You want imps. You want the unthinkable? You want imps. You want great, big, loud, bright fire explosions? Lords above, it's imps you want. We live for all that is new and shiny. The old, we blow it up. The new, we study it for a while before we blow it up. Why? Because there's always something even newer waiting around the corner. Science, Great Dragon, never sits still. Try, investigate, experiment. And with a bit of luck, boom! Ha ha ha! A bigger bang than ever.
Right.
On a more serious note though, Commander, science is indeed our passion. and we hope that under your rule we will be free to explore its limits. Damn the gods, for there are none, and damn petty morality, for it is a brake on progress. Back us, and we'll craft you miracles.
Oh right, you back science. So of course there's no gods. Because that's how it works all the time. Let's go to the engineering bay and see what your nephew has to say.
Grumio the Grease Monkey reporting in, my lord.
I guess you have
Be my
new
pleasure, my
research.
lord.
I probably should buy something. Travel speed for traders. Take over buildings. That seems like a good idea. To take over buildings. Sure. Grab that. Good against other vessels. Good against slavery units. Increase firing range of nearby friendly units. That seems like a good idea. Shaman. A core overload allows troopers to self-destruct. No, never mind that. Detection for hunters. Shield seems fine. I wonder if they use it automatically or I have to actually select everything. From the UI in the RTS elements, it looked like it was hard to select single units, but if it's automated, it's really good. Do you have anything new to say, Maxos?
Each night it is written.
Nope. The bar?
Remember, Commander, when a dwarf bleats black and an elf whines white, don't be afraid to tell them they can go sod themselves with a fire iron and choose whatever colour bloody well pleases you. Treat counsellors like you would obstinate children or you'll get nothing done around here.
Sounds fair.
So they have arrived, the politicians. I thought I caught a whiff of hypocrisy. Better watch your back, Commander.
I am shocked that you are against politics. Everything can be solved with a fist and a hammer, right?
Here was me thinking the Pea-Brain Parade had arrived for your after-dinner entertainment, but no. Turns out it's the Council. I sincerely hope those filthy creatures stay well away from me, and that the one noble among them, esteemed Prosperer, suffers as little interaction with them as possible.
Oh, I just keep loving you more and more the more I talk to you.
I hope you are well
Wonderful
prepared
character.
for long and bitter discussions, Commander, now that these councillors have arrived. I know from experience the lengths they'll go to upstage one another and bring home the gold for their faction only.
Right. I can't have a drink. No. Nope, nope. Guess I have to go to war again. So I probably want to use my transport, take over that thing. Hopefully that'll work. And I want to buy some units. I'll probably take over your land and then try and prepare my units for that thing. I could also I could do that. I could either take that land, or I could move my transport there and take over that land. Because he has a lot of troops in his capital. So then I take over that. And I probably can bring over my troopers. Oh, I have a lot of cargo. That's probably better, and just attack with everything. I probably only need one hunter. He only has one trooper here. And then I prepare for the assault. Nice. And 10, I guess. Let's go to war. Yeah, 81% chance of winning. I'll save some gold if I do it myself. Might as well.
Construction in progress.
Like the wind.
Oh, it's my hunters.
You found me, did you?
I need to mass some troops.
Battle forge completed. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Trooper ready to march.
Go on, give me a target.
Go hunters!
I will stand until my last breath.
Might as well just attack them.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Without a trace.
Ready to follow you, even into death. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Picking up their scent.
God, you're slow.
The Emperor shows us the way. Constructed to fight.
Help your friend.
Your unit will
Oops.
soon be ready.
My mech ring is falling off, guys. So sloppy.
You set the trap, I'll make the kill.
There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Losing ground, sire.
Losing ground. You're winning. Easily.
Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
So weird hotkeys. B, E, and F.
There's no I in team. There is a me.
They're really trying to make them awkward, it seems.
Let's get this dance of death started. Trooper ready to march.
And that's why I'm clicking. It's not because I'm bad, it's preferred over macroing with my keyboard. All the pros does it, I'm sure.
Pay me in blood.
All the Dragon Commander
They won't even
pros.
see me coming.
Trooper ready to march.
Like the wind.
Wait, what can I take over there? What is that even? Recruitment citadels. The building that increased the amount of recruits gained.
In a jiffy.
Interesting, I learned something new. Good to know for real battles that might actually be hard. Victory. I didn't lose anything, I think. Oh, nice, nice. Dragon King declared Emperor. Winged Love Child is Empire's last hope. By popular demand, Emperor authorizes production of own action figure. How you can survive the war. Yeah, I would like an action figure of myself, actually. Would fit nicely on my desk, I think. Oh, hello? What are you doing up here on the bridge?
What a sorry excuse for a general Henry is. Drunk as a dwarf again, going on and on about his lost arm. The more liquor disappears down his throat, the more he can still feel it. Wish he had a phantom tongue instead of a phantom limb. The place would be so much quieter.
Yes. So you just came up here to whine. Children. Still love you though. You're my favorite child.
Commander, it is imperative that we should win the war. For our enemies are godless heathens in need of annihilation. To hasten this process, I therefore propose we introduce conscription. For why have young, able-bodied men sit around or do menial tasks when they could be serving in your armies instead?
Right. Okay, so I have to please the races. You obviously vote for it, I think.
Commander, it is imperative that we should win the war. For our enemy...
Yeah.
Commander, even the most peace-loving elf won't deny that in these dark times of war, allowances have to be made which we would otherwise condemn. Conscription, though, goes too far.
What?
Let those that wish to fight for our cause do so, but let's not force men away from their families if they feel it is their duty to stand by them.
Here. The problem is, I don't really understand their motivation for actually waging this war. Like, am I just doing it to take over the throne, or what will happen if I were to lose? In this situation, if the outcome is supposed to be worse for the land if we lose, then I can stand by conscription, because a few deaths now might prevent a lot of deaths later. But it's hard to make that decision when I don't know why we're really fighting.
Conscription may have somewhat of an ill ring to it, Commander, but it might be worth consideration nonetheless. There's not a dwarf that won't take up his axe for the Empire, but elves! A three-fingered man could number their volunteers on one hand. Time to get these weaklings into shape.
So you are obviously for.
I don't think conscription is a very good idea, Commander. Not only should a life of soldiery be an individual's choice rather than an obligation, but by drafting so many young men into the army, you're draining our economical reserves. So please don't forget your political obligations because of your military ones.
Right.
Here's an imp's perspective, Commander. More soldiers equals bigger battles, and bigger battles equals more explosions. Win-win. Granted, it's a bit of a simplistic perspective, but imps will have their fun, you know.
Right. So, against... No, for against, and he's just want to blow things up. I'm gonna vote against it since, again, I don't know the motivation for me waging this war. And on another level, I don't want to force anyone to do something they might not want to.
Your refusal is no more than an encouragement, a celebration even of cowardice. Those who do not step up for the glory of the gods by themselves should have been forced to do so.
Okay.
for disagreeing with...
If no conscription means there will remain more dwarves in the army than there are elves, I hope we'll be duly recompensed, Commander. We fight so that they may tend to their bloody vegetable gardens in peace.
It doesn't really look like you need more gold now, but sure. Let's see what we can do about that.
Very good. I must say, though, I was surprised Falstaff didn't pull the economy card like I did. Conscription might well have drafted some of his precious brewing masters into the military. If those were killed, entire dwarven nations would revolt.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the bar.
Well, 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 the Dragon Commander himself. Come, sit, drink with me. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. He's had a few too many. But you'd take to the right too if you had an imp apparatus for an arm. Never told you how I came by this eyesore, did I?
It was a gruesome war.
'Twas during the great and glorious last stand to save the Empire. Horseshit! We fought like lions so that the king, your bloody father, could scarper with what riches he could hold. But my soldiers did their duty. They died where they stood, and I was left for dead, want of an eye and an arm. Not that any of it mattered. The king's head was shown decorating a stake, like star crowns will the pines come midwinter night. Defeat. Bah! Luckily, a touch of the malt can relieve its bitter taste.
You're really depressing. If the day should come for me, you can scarf the two. I'm no use for a general with any more prospective limbs. Despite your dislike of my father, you stood the ground, you did your duty. I hope I will gain your respect so that you stand by me too, should the situation arise. Yeah.
You have the respect of Maxos, and that certainly speaks in your favor. But you'll need to come a long way yet to prove unto me you're not just another pampered prince he yanked away from his mother's teat. So what'll you have then? Mead or milk?
Stand in the path of a dragon knight and you'll be obliterated. Once more, this has been spectacularly proven.
How do you think the war's going?
Just like your dragon self, everything is still up in the air. Whether we land on the side of victory or defeat remains to be seen.
Oh, so witty of you, up in the air. 'Cause I can fly. Oh. I'd like to hear your opinion about your fellow generals. Haven't I already asked this?
Anyone in particular? She could stand to be a bit more ladylike in her ways, and many consider her resistance to authority counterproductive in a military setting. But she's wily as a wizard, and tough as mithril nails. Don't ask me why, but I have the feeling she's a troubled girl somehow. A girl, yes, hardly a woman as yet. None of my business, of course. She is here, and she's willing to fight for Rivellon. That's all that really matters.
Right.
If you wish.
How about
Anyone
Henry?
General Henry is the typical man who thinks of himself as an alpha male, whereas he is, of course, an alpha mongrel. He has the refinement of an inbred orc, and the manners to match, but he is a more than adequate officer once the trumpets herald war. Indeed, if he were a bit less brazen and a bit more calculated in his conduct, he might well come to rival Eerie Edmund.
Okay.
If you wish.
You still dislike men?
He's in a class of his own,
Yes,
there's no doubt about it. A brilliant mind, but in my opinion, a flawed one as well. He styles himself as superior to everyone else, and that would be just fine if he weren't a man. Or a bigot.
Bruh, can you say a sentence without offending men?
Dwarves or elves or imps.
It would be so funny if she were a man insulting women in every single sentence, saying they were lesser than men. The outrage on the internet would be huge. everyone would raise their flags and bring up the pitchforks against this game. But yeah, on the other hand, I kind of appreciate them making fun of the whole situation and have a woman make fun of men. I'll take my leave. Hello
To be
there.
in the thick of battle. With you calling the shots, it's a joyride rather than a jeopardy.
What do you say, Scarlet? Shall we be victorious in the end?
As far as I can tell, our enemies are quaking firmly in their boots. Good sign as any, really.
The other generals, how do you feel about them?
About whom, Commander?
Catherine,
Bit
for
stuck
instance.
up, ain't she? That's
Yeah.
what a royal title will do to you.
I agree.
She used to be a proper queen and everything, with an entire country at her beck and call. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Me, I don't care for any of that rot. You got nothing. You got nothing to lose.
I think you're my second favourite character so far, after Edmund. The other generals, how do you feel about them?
About whom, Commander?
Edmund.
Shifty son of a bitch, isn't he? Acting all high and mighty all the time, calling imps idiots, dwarfs dullards, that sort of thing. Makes you wonder if there's a single thing he's not intolerant of. About whom,
How do you
Commander?
feel about Henry?
Excellent chap, that one. Likes his jokes dirty and his liquor plenty. 2 peas in a pod, me and him. Well, on and off, that is. Can fight like a demon unleashed as well. Best to have him on our side.
Oh, alright, I'll take my leave. Do you have anything new to say?
What?
Nope. And Miss Dame?
Grumio's.
Nope. Let's go to the next battle then.